Welcome, Agile friends. My name is Fred Deichler. I'm hosting this session with our amazing speaker, John Miller. In this session, we're going to learn about the benefits of forecasting delivery dates. Welcome, John.
Hey, thanks, Fred. I'm really glad to be here. And I know this is a topic that some people have emotions on and feelings on. I just love to chat through it and understand more and just talk a little bit about my experiences as well.
Absolutely. So there are also some other sessions in the Product Owner Summit 2023 that touch on this topic. Don't miss those. For example, Maria Scheck will have a session on product management by objectives. You can check out other sessions at productownersummit.org. But now it's time to focus on our guest speaker and our topic for this session. All right, John, delivery dates. They're a very hot topic in Agile. You say there's benefits to them. Can you help me understand how delivery dates are not mutually exclusive from Agile?
Yeah, definitely. So I'll share a little story, kind of one of my experiences. So this was a few years back. I was working with a sales leader that came in and they shared a little bit of their own and kind of went through a similar experience in why we should get good at forecasting. And with this individual explicitly, they were known for being really precise in their forecasts and being able to say with a long time out, hey, this is when this is the revenue that we expect to get by the end of this date. And so they came in and talked to us just about the process that they went through. And the end of this is it just felt like an Agile process to me. So basically what they did was they came in and they just started looking at everything and then said their forecast. Said, hey, here's where we're going to be. Here's where we think we're going to be at the end of the quarter. And they were off by 30%. And I thought 30%, that's insane. That's ludicrous. That's just not even close. And it didn't matter. What was really cool and where it became this Agile process and connected to me was, well, then they just started looking at, well, what makes that so imprecise? What can I do to make that more sharp? What do I know about my lead gen activities? Was it an at-bats problem where my team just didn't have enough opportunity to win deals? Okay, then I know how to measure that a little bit differently. And or was it a close rate problem where my team didn't know the value of the product, wasn't able to communicate that, and it's a sales enablement. So, I mean, the example continues on, and at the end, they got to within 0.5% up and down. And so it's just incredible to me. And it just felt like this Agile process that they went about to get to that. And so then it really just tripped my mind, well, what other things can happen in the org if I start looking at forecasting dates and really started looking at this, that gave me a model, I already knew it, but just applying it to how I can get better at forecasting. But then what can my marketing team do if they knew better when I would be complete? And what can my sales team do if they know when a new thing that they can go out and talk to our customers and re-engage with current customer base? And so that same behavior came through, actually, we are a whole unit, a whole team that is serving our customers. And my product extends further than just the feature or the kind of the myopic view of this new increment and more towards how do we help customers involves that whole team. And then it became this collaborative thing of if I'm not able to share my dates, I cannot help my team help my customer. And then kind of going back to Agile, if my role as a PO is to help my customer through product owner or product changes is, my specialty, but I need those around me and the others around my team such that I can help. And maybe that's my whole thesis for why I'm such a bear about the value of forecasting dates and what stuff is there, but that's how I got there and what stuff was just so helpful to me in that process.
Yeah, absolutely. Dates can be difficult because they do remind us of waterfall, but we have so much data that we can base things off. There's Monte Carlo estimations where we can look at the work we've done and the work we're going to do. One thing I'm trying in my org, I'm not sure if you've tried, is separating the idea of deployment dates from delivery dates. It's we can schedule things out, but we can get it out on the web and we can start to test it in real environments, bring some beta customers in, and then you're ready with that synchronization of efforts like we talked about.
Yeah, I love that separation of deployment from delivery. And actually, that was one that another colleague of mine helped teach of he had a way of just kind of saying stuff that was kind of crazy. And at first it seemed crazy. But one time we were talking, he just said well, why can't we market it before it's done? Or the opposite, he's why do we have to market it when it's complete? And so this idea of oh, there's actually flexibility in what we can do there and just separating those as well. It doesn't